Before the end credits even rolled in Star Wars The Last Jedi, the heads of many fans were getting filled with questions, speculation, and theories about the future to come. Major character deaths, love triangles, and the Jedi are just a few of the subjects fans can't wait to have answers for. Let's break down these questions, some possible answers, and let the speculation begin for another couple of years. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join the notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Also, can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
If Skywalker returns, the new Jedi will rise.
What is the future of the Broom Kid? Star Wars Episode 4 may have been called A New Hope, but the final scene in The Last Jedi was the ultimate representation of the hope the Resistance is looking for. The Broom Kid is an instant legend in Star Wars lore thanks to the short clip where we see glimpses of his Force powers. We also see the Resistance ring and his creative nature of turning the broom into a mock lightsaber. The Broom Kid is basically every one of us as children, wishing we could travel to a galaxy far, far away. The ambiguous ending had many fans wondering what the future holds for Broom Kid. Well, first he needs an official name. While never mentioned in the film, The Last Jedi Visual Dictionary refers to the character by the name of Temri Blag. Will Rey start recruiting young members like Blag to train? Will a Jedi Academy reopen? If so, hopefully we won't bear witness to another mass killing of young Jedi like Anakin Skywalker did in Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. There are multiple possibilities when it comes to Blag's return. The time between episodes 8 and 9 could age the character into a teenager or young adult with more abilities. We could go back to the casino city of Canto Bight for some more fun. The young child could just be one of a whole force of new Jedi and end up being insignificant when compared to others in the upcoming sequel. Either way, people will probably never stop calling him Broom Kid.
Leave the base at once and come to me with Kylo Ren. It is time to complete his training.
Is Snoke really dead? One of the more shocking moments in The Last Jedi was the surprising death of Snoke. Kylo Ren turned a lightsaber on Snoke, sliced his body in two, and we all watched as the character's lifeless upper half fell to the ground. Without so much speculation built around Snoke, many fans wonder if he's actually dead. Don't let the theories get too out of control. Snoke is gone for good. The Supreme Leader was merely a setup to fool viewers and help build Kylo's rise to even greater power. If you look back at The Force Awakens, Snoke's role wasn't as big as it seems. His hologram appearances are a great tribute to the Emperor, but the mythology of Snoke was mainly built up online. Fans literally spent years trying to figure out his origins. Was he Darth Vader? Darth Maul? A crisped up Jar Jar Binks? The snowball effect really made Snoke a bigger character than he actually was. The red herring played off perfectly, and multiple shots of Snoke's lifeless body makes it pretty clear the character won't be returning anytime soon. For some, it's a little frustrating as we wanted to know more of his backstory, but in the end, his backstory doesn't matter. He may get used for other Star Wars stories on various timelines, but don't expect to see him in Episode 9.
Whomever you're waiting for on Jakku, they're never coming back.
Did Kylo Ren lie about Rey's parents? One of the biggest mysteries built around The Force Awakens was the origins of Rey's parents. Theories grew like crazy, and they especially became strong when Rey met up with Luke Skywalker for the first time. Unfortunately, none of those theories actually panned out. Rey is not a Solo, a Skywalker, or even a half Wookiee. In The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren reveals that Rey's parents were nothing but drunks who sold her off for money. The sad reality sunk in, and Rey seemed to accept the truth. But is it really this easy? Sure, the moment was nothing like Luke and Darth Vader's huge parental reveal.
I am your father.
But it's hard to accept that Rey is just an ordinary citizen, able to learn the Force and use the powers for good. While Kylo could certainly be lying to Rey to help his own cause, he was most likely telling the truth. Rey's parents being nobodies is exactly the point. You don't have to be a Skywalker to be a powerful Jedi. Anyone can harness the power, and Rey's special abilities are just part of who she is, not her bloodline. Unless J.J. Abrams wants to provide another big twist, Kylo was actually telling the truth and ending the mystery once and for all.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Will Luke return for episode 9? Looking over the double sunset with strained sadness and a longing glare in his eyes, it was heartbreaking to see Luke's final moments before he disappeared and left nothing but a cloak. Much like his former master Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker's Jedi abilities can certainly mean he makes an appearance in episode 9. Force ghosts have become a huge guidance in the Star Wars universe. In The Last Jedi, Luke is still receiving advice from Yoda. Now in the Jedi Afterlife, both characters can team up together, harness their Force Ghost powers, and return to visit their friends and family. Not only can Luke guide Rey, but the death of Luke gives J.J. Abrams the ultimate chance to deliver a nod to Return of the Jedi by showcasing a Force Ghost scene featuring Luke, Yoda, his father Anakin, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Feel it. The light. It's always been there. It will guide you.
How will Rey lead Jedi in the future? Rey had learned the ways of the Force pretty quickly. She managed to out-battle Kylo Ren and is able to use a variety of Force powers. By the end of The Last Jedi, she was communicating with Kylo Ren, moving huge boulders, and improving even further on her lightsaber skills. After a Force tug-of-war with Kylo, Rey ultimately chose to follow the path of the light side, and Luke himself even declared that he was not the last Jedi. So Rey is ready to step up and take the mantle. The first sign of this can be seen in the Millennium Falcon, where Rey has stored the ancient Jedi training books. Although it initially looked like Yoda had burned them all with a strike of lightning, the big twist leaves a lot open about the future of the Jedi. Because Rey is such a quick learner, her skills can be used to train others like her. She'll likely be a big leader in the Resistance as her legend grows throughout the galaxy. Rey seemed to be over her questions and struggles by the end of The Last Jedi, but if her lines of Force communication remain open with Kylo Ren, anything can happen in the future. With her lightsaber broken, it'll be interesting to see how she gets another one, if the Broom Kid becomes her apprentice, and if she can avoid being drawn to the dark side.
May the Force be with you.
What will happen to Leia? By the end of The Last Jedi, Leia leads the Resistance and prepares for future battles against the First Order. Carrie Fisher's untimely passing has forced filmmakers to completely rethink her role in Episode 9, as well as the future of the character altogether. Producers have already stated she will not be digitally recreated, so there are only so many options. Leia could be killed off screen and even written into the opening title scroll so fans catch up quickly. It's not hard to imagine the film starting with some type of dedication ceremony to the former princess. It's hard to imagine Leia gone from the Star Wars universe. After killing his father, it'll be interesting to see how Kylo Ren is involved with the disappearance or death of Leia. He's hesitated pulling the trigger in the past, but his ultimate plan to kill off the past and create a new future may just involve the death of his own mother. Either way, you can expect to see a big dedication to the actress and character when Episode 9 makes its debut in December of 2019.
What do we do with her? Is there a garbage chute? Trash compactor? Yeah, there is.
Is Captain Phasma really dead? Before The Force Awakens came out, Captain Phasma was built up to be the new Boba Fett. The leader of the Stormtroopers had a sweet look and was used in a number of promotional materials. Then Finn knocked her into a trash compactor and she was seemingly killed off for good.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge now, Phasma. I'm in charge. Bring it down. Bring it down.
Captain Phasma did the seemingly impossible by not only escaping the trash compactor, but also managing to get off the Starkiller base before the whole thing exploded. Of course, all of this was explained off-screen in a comic book, but nonetheless, she was back and ready to exact her revenge on Finn. Only this time, Phasma seemed to suffer an even worse fate from her bitter rival. After burning off part of her helmet, Finn sent her on a free fall to her death. Knowing her willingness to survive, could Phasma be back for more in Episode 9? Hopefully not. The character clearly isn't as important as she should be, and Finn's multiple defeats over her have become on-screen fodder. If Captain Phasma does return, maybe Finn should knock her into a Sarlacc pit so she's gone for good like Boba Fett's demise in Return of the Jedi.
Listen, big deal. You got another problem. Women always figure out the truth. Always.
Who will Finn choose? Just when you thought Finn and Rey were the ultimate power couple, in pops Rose, full of chemistry, spunk, and some of the most memorable scenes in the film. It's clear that Finn cares about both Rey and Rose. But what will his decision come down to? A dramatic rescue of Rose at the end of The Last Jedi clearly bonded them more, but the romantic spark between Finn and Rey after they reunited in the end was clearly strong and evident. The love triangle may be a little more muddled than fans realize. There's no denying the chemistry built up between Rey and Kylo Ren throughout the whole movie. Their Force communications led to a slow-going hand touch which involved a lot more feelings than just the dark side or the light side. Even though Kylo Ren has left any doubts behind him, a subtle attraction to Rey could turn him for the light side in the future. This could all lead to the ultimate downfall for Finn. Finn may decide to pursue Rey only to find her growing feelings for Kylo. A heartbroken Rose would leave Finn with no one.
Solo, we'll figure it out. We'll use the Force.
That's not how the Force works. Oh, really? You're cold?
And there you have it. What questions do you have after seeing The Last Jedi? Are you already looking forward to Episode 9? Were you happy with some of the revelations? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with our awesome videos. And the answer to the emoji quiz is